Good afternoon and welcome to the May 26th of 2026 Evansville Water and Sewer Utility Board meeting. I would first ask the members of the board if there's anything on the consent agenda that you'd like to bring and have a discussion on it later in the meeting. Okay, then we'll proceed with the consent agenda, which appears on it the minutes of the Water and Sewer Utility Board meeting on May the 12th of 2026, the payroll week ending May the 10th of 2026, which was for $192,966.95. Also, the payroll week ending May 17th of 2026, which was amount of $478,586.58. This also includes the counts, a payable voucher register, the pay request. Those are found in Appendix A. They also have the position title change from water quality manager to laboratory superintendent. And this position will be responsible for the water and the wastewater labs. And this change is recommended by Daniel Plasville. We also have approved statement of the basis for just compensation for partials 2, 3, and 4 as part of the private development project PD 1093 in the amount of $2,500. We also have the master service agreement, which you can find in Appendix E, the water approval plans in Appendix F. And I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye, and the consent agenda is approved. We'll now go into bids. And the first one is going to be the open bids for the water service line investigation and replacement. This will be the downtown, Governor, and North Ballard U1303, being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Afternoon, Jennifer.
Good afternoon to the board and directors. This project received permission to advertise on April 7th. Through this project, the contractor will secure is it my,
Off. Hello.
I think we're good. Through this project, the contractor will secure property right of entry forms and investigate water service line materials for approximately 160 services within the project limits and includes replacement as required. With that, we'd like to entertain the bids received.
Okay, thank you. The first bid that we have is from Blankenberger Brothers, and their bid is for $622,500. Okay, we have two bids, and our second bid is from Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Company, Inc. Their bid is for $12,045. What would your pleasure be?
Sure, thank you. These bids will be reviewed by our designer, HNTB, with input from city purchasing. At this time, I'd like to take the bids under advisement for review and return at a later date with an award recommendation.
Could I have a motion that we take these bids under advisement at the present time? Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next part will be to approve the bid recommendation in the amount of $659,739 to Dyke Brothers Inc. or Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Inc. for the water service line investigation and replacement. This will be the Cardinal and Indiana project, U-1302. Again, it's recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Marr. Please explain.
Sure. I'm seeking approval of the local award to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction contingent upon approval by the IFA. 4 bids were received at the meeting on May 12th and reviewed by our designer, HNTB. All the requirements for the bids were submitted by Dyke Brothers and found to be in compliance with the bid specifications. The bids were also reviewed by city purchasing and a positive recommendation was received. The bid was 23.4% lower than the final engineer's estimate. I recommend approval of award to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction in the amount stated, with the understanding that this is the local award and is it a contingent upon the approval by IFA due to the SRF funding source.
Do we have any questions or comments? Okay, then I would entertain a motion that we approve the bid recommendation in amount of $659,739 to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Inc. for the water service line investigation and replacement. This is the Cardinal and Indiana project, U-1302. So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next item is to approve to advertise for the East WWTP Solar Improvements Project, U-1301. It's being recommended by Logan Effie and Ryan Meyer.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
So EWSU is seeking to issue an RFP pursuant to code Indiana 523 for public-private agreements. So this RFP will be seeking proposals from qualified firms to design, construct, commission, and transfer ownership of a rooftop solar system at the East wastewater treatment plant. The selected provider will, as I mentioned, design, construct, commission, and transfer ownership, and then maintain for a 12-month performance validation period prior to EWSU taking over the maintenance and operation of the system. The targeted system size is approximately 950 kW DC, with an estimated annual production of approximately 1,230,000 kilowatt hours per year. The advertisement that we're seeking approval for today would publish this Friday and next Friday in the Courier and Press. That'd be May 29th and June 5th. The anticipated proposal submission deadline at this point is June 26th, 2026. We have a anticipated construction cost of a little bit over $2.3 million. And so at this time, I would seek approval to advertise for this project. Happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions or comments for Logan? Okay, If we do not, I would entertain a motion to approve to advertise for the East WWTP Solar Improvements Project U1301. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now go to new business underwater, and that would be an on-call ESA with Clark Dietz, recommended by Sean Wright. Tell us about that, please.
Good afternoon, President Hydor, members of the board. If you'll remember, about 2 years ago, we engaged Clark Dietz as our on-call engineering support for our plant operations. After Harry retired, we found there was a few deficiencies and things we needed to have technical expertise around for. So we engaged them on an on-call as needed basis. We've had some turnover on the water treatment side as well. So we're just basically expanding that to get through a temporary period while we do some replacements of some personnel that have moved on, and we may need some technical services, and if so, we have that ability here with this on call not to exceed $50,000.
Do we have any questions for Sean? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve a on-call ESA with Clark Dietz as recommended.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. Your motion carries. Our next item is to approve amendment number 1 to the engineer service agreement in the amount of $73,500 with 3I Engineering Inc. Doing business as 3I Design for Strategic Space Planning Project U1253, recommended by Logan Duffy and Ryan Meyer. Again, afternoon.
So this is Amendment 1 to the original agreement that was brought in October of 2024. The original agreement was for $48,000 and covered visiting, evaluating, and documenting select sites that EWSU either owned or occupied to help determine if these properties could offer any additional efficiencies as we look to optimize our people spaces, as it were. So this amendment is to effectively reload that agreement to continue to look at those properties or future properties that would offer us the ability to have a little bit more efficient space planning for our administrative and operational personnel. So with that, I would recommend this amendment 1, but I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions on for Logan? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve amendment number 1 to the engineering service agreement in the amount of $73,500 with 3I Engineering Inc. Doing business as the 3I Design for the Strategic Space Planning Project U1253. Have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. I vote aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Next is to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $964,070 to Clark Dietz Inc. for the Broadway Phase 2 Project U1292, recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Jennifer?
Oh, I am seeking approval of amendment number 7 to engage Clark Dietz for the design of their next project assignment. The original agreement was approved on July 11th of 2023, and it established them as one of the 4 on-call designers. This project affects Broadway Avenue between Red Bank Road and just east of Claremont Avenue, and South Helfrich Avenue between Arlington Avenue and Saunders Avenue. The project will replace approximately 12,200 linear feet of existing water main in appurtenances with 8-inch and 12-inch PVC. The project anticipates open cut installation along Broadway Avenue for the majority of the project with 2 jack and bore locations. And with this, I recommend approval of amendment number 7 to Clark Deep with the amount stated. Excuse me.
Do we have any questions for Jennifer? Okay, seeing none again, wise. Then I would entertain a motion for approval to a new professional service agreement in the amount of $964,070 to Clark Beach Inc. for the Broadway Phase 2 project U1292. I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, same sign. I vote aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next is to approve a new professional service agreement of the amount of $240,684 to 3i Engineering, Inc. For the North Ballard Neighborhood Project U1293. This is being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer.
Hello. I'm seeking approval of amendment number 5 to engage 3i Engineering for the design of their next project assignment. The original agreement was approved on July 11, 2023, and established them as one of the 4 on-call water designers. The project affects Bedford, Brand, Kentucky, New York Avenues, East Sycamore Street, and Canal Street between the Lloyd Expressway and Walnut Avenue. This project will replace approximately 5,490 linear feet of water main and appurtenances with 8-inch and 12-inch PVC. I recommend approval of amendment number 5 to 3i Engineering in the amount stated.
Thank you. Questions for Jennifer? So are you going to tear up Lincoln Avenue again then?
No, this one,
You're close to it.
we are close, but no, we won't, not with this project.
Not after we just got done fighting that. So, okay. Is there anything else for Jennifer? If not, then I'd entertain a motion to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $240,684 to 3i Engineering, Inc. for the North Ballard Neighborhood Project U1293. Move. I have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Let's go to new business under the sewer. And the PSA sludge handling study with Clark Beach is recommended by Sean Wright. Sounds exciting. Tell us all about it.
We might have different things that we call exciting.
Yes.
This is actually an interesting project that kind of spun out of our water treatment design. As we were working through part of the water treatment, solids handling with the new groundwater facility, and we're working through, we will have more solids. As we started thinking about the downtown development and our sludge line that moves wasted sludge from plant to the east so we can process it, we realized we handled them individually. And instead of having a plan that moved or worked on all of our sludge, whether it's at the water plant, wastewater plant, trying to figure out how to be out of this downtown area, we realized we really needed more of a master plan, which also meant we need to look at our digesters to make sure we're doing the right thing with our digesters and the sludge, which kind of falls in line with the grid conversations and some of the other stuff. So what we did is we asked Clark Beach to help us develop a overall master plan on our sludge handling for all of our facilities for the next 20 years. And this way we have an idea of what needs to happen in the most efficient way possible, in the most cost-effective way, because those costs are not going down. So that's what this agreement is to help me and the team figure out the best way to look at all of our solids from both facilities and our water plant and come up with a solution to move forward.
And presently, we're getting rid of the sludge by hauling it to a landfill.
Which is part of that we want to know, because landfill space is going down as well.
And as it goes down, the price is going to go up per ton.
So
More than likely.
That's why we're trying to get out in front of this.
Any questions for Sean?
Absolutely. We're gonna look at whether we need to be aerobic and anaerobic, right? If we make a switch in that process, can we land apply? Can we figure out how to utilize the groundwater sludge? Can we avoid this downtown line? I mean, we know there's a huge investment going downtown. We don't want to be there. So potentially solids handling it the west on itself. We're going to think through all of those, all the pros and cons, the costs, life cycles, and then figure out a plan. That's what this is.
Presently, the west side doesn't handle their own.
No,
It all gets through a 30 or so, comes back over
Right.
here.
That was one of the things as we were thinking through that with the water plant and how it actually discharges to the river, some of that we won't be able to do. We realized that with this downtown riverfront, that line doesn't make sense now. But what makes the most sense and how to do it? And instead of trying to figure out what we do here, how do we manage all of the
All of it.
sludge?
Any other questions? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion that PSA sludge handling study with Clark Beach that we, I guess, enter into that.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay, have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries. Okay, now we go into does anyone on the board have any items that they'd like to bring before this meeting?
I do have a question. We haven't addressed the fog program for a while, and I wondered where that was in the planning stages and other haulers maybe getting their own permits to handle fog.
My understanding from the last conversation with Vic before he left, the private development side, we have seen several people put in to do their own. American Goose Septic, I guess several of those people have plans, so I hear it's moving forward. Part of that also, this sludge study,
Which made me think of it.
that's part of what we want to look at. That's what we want, more of a comprehensive plan. When we looked at that a little bit, it was we worked here, but nobody was putting everything together to make sure it all fits.
We still currently receiving fog at our plant.
Mhm.
What's the shut off date at this time, you know?
I don't know exactly because I haven't been.
So if I may, I spoke to Vic on Friday. Vic indicated that I think it's American Grease, is nearing completion of its facility. And it may or may not be done by July 1, which was the original cutoff date. I believe TSF was another entity that was going to construct their own station, and they ran into some permitting difficulties, but have since, I think, recently received approval from the Plan Commission. So they'll be moving forward. I believe Vic indicated that the July 1 date is going to be somewhat flexible until at least those two entities are open. I think he told me that other disposers are making other arrangements, but we're going to, I think, work cooperatively to try to make sure that our facility remains open, maybe past the July 1 deadline if necessary to get these other businesses up and running so that there is a place to dispose of the material. But that's what I recall from the conversation.
Thank you.
Anything else that we'd like to bring up? Seeing nothing then, might ask if you and Keith, either one of those directors, have anything? You get to go first, Keith.
I don't have anything other than the communication went up at the solar, looking at the timelines on that, just getting confirmation on those dates and everything. So
Okay.
I'll take a moment to thank Marco here because I put Marco under the gun here for the last week and he's reviewed a lot of stuff. So I do want to say thank you to help us keep moving some of these solars and some of these other things that have timelines. He's worked I'm pretty sure he was cussing me under his breath, but we'll let that go.
Just send them over.
I think staff's done a wonderful job. I mean, they're under some short timeframes to get this work done and I can't imagine the amount of thought and planning that's gone into it over the past. Really, we just found out about this, or at least I found out about it a week or two ago that we were under these kind of deadlines. So they're just cranking out the documents and I'm looking at them. So
He keeps changing them. Other than that, we don't have anything except our April showers are here, I think.
Yes, they are. Yes. Okay, then I would also ask it, is there anyone in the audience that has any comments that they'd like to bring before this board meeting? Yes, sir. If you would come up to the microphone and give us your name and what's address also, and you give us your name and address.
Okay, Casey Sellers, 1327 Southeast Riverside Drive. And I just calling about the grass. The grass was cut and there's still some more left over there. Just wonder if they was gonna cut that too in the field or.
Okay, we'll get with the right people and see what we can do for you.
Right, thank you.
Okay. All right, is there anyone else? Seeing no one, then our next scheduled meeting is June the 9th of 2026 at 3 p.m. here at the pump station. And with that, I would entertain a motion of adjournment. Second. Thank you. I have a motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. We thank you for your time. Have a good week.